Welcome to the Hopium Podcast, hosted by Jp3g and Burmpf. As always, this is not financial advice.
Hello again, friend.
What up, dude?
What have you been up to?
It's a loaded question at the moment.
Here, I'll make it more specific. What have you been doing in the bull market? Not the bull, the bear market.
Wait, what? We're in two different markets.
Yeah, the bears. What have you been doing during the bear?
Well, it's actually looking pretty good today, to be honest. But what have I been doing in the bear market? Not a ton. I have, and this is kind of what I was actually going to bring up after this, was the gambling meta. It's interesting to me that during the bear market, the gambling meta has kind of, popped back up. I don't know if it's because people are bored and it's kind of an easy thing to go over. I actually I haven't been buying or selling a lot. I reduced some of my positions. I got kind of liquid a little bit. So I'm not holding as many NFTs as I was, rather kind of keeping it in Sol, kind of waiting to see what happens with the market. But I did buy, and you're going to love this answer, some of those fat cats, the DGen fat cats.
Oh, boy.
And some of those Soul Crash, the crash faces. I bought like 8 of those, around 10 Sol. And so those took off. But so I've dabbled in the gambling meta, like as far as buying here and there a little bit with those, and I'm holding on to those at the moment. But that's only the Soul Crash and the DGen Fat Cats.
What are those fat cats even about? I keep saying that they have something to do with like a contract with DCF.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know like what it is that they're doing.
My understanding is that there's no longer the coins. I don't know if you're aware of that, like the Gen coin flip, like the coins no longer exist.
What?
Yeah, they got rid of them. So basically the coins are, if you were a coin holder, my understanding is that you received 28 of these cats. So 28 of these DGen fat cats equals one of the coins. So the coins are no longer available. So they liquidated, I think, I don't even remember how many coins there were, 555, I think, or whatever. And so every holder, from my understanding, got 28. And then they did a mint to mint out the rest, because it's a 20K supply of these cats. So they minted out the rest of them. I wasn't aware of them. I didn't know they were minting. I didn't mint any, but so I'm not even sure how many were minted out after you do the math on that. But so they're kind of doing like a lore thing with it. They have like different factions, I think. The art reveals on the 31st of July. They they split the revenue share up for the cats. I'm not sure on the exact math on it, but I think it was to try to grow the community a little bit. And then I think and this is a guess, like I said, I'm not that active in their Discord, but that they're expanding their brand. And so the cats were that way of doing it.
So they just completely got rid of the old NFTs and just made new ones.
Yeah, there's no more coins. So there's these cats, and right now they're not revealed. They're doing the art reveal, I think, at the end of the month. And then now, you get paid like a royalty or like a yield for every cat that you own.
And you said you bought these.
I did.
Why?
Just for the revenue share. I mean, because right now, I'm not looking to actively buy Sol. But if there's a play where I can passively earn it, then, why not?
You make me sad.
Yeah, I mean, people have their opinions on DCF and just gambling and the way that these projects work, like the morality of it, I guess, if you will. But in my opinion, like, there will always be gambling. Gambling will always be a thing. It's human nature of, like, people love to do it. Obviously there's risk and reward, but So I'm definitely not advocating to go out and gamble. However, holding on to these right now to build up some soul, I like to play, especially kind of seeing that they're trying to branch out and expand. DCF definitely has the market share. So
I gotta say, it makes me kind of sad. And it's actually even more so a little suspect, but it makes me kind of sad because I just joined their Discord to see what's going on in there.
mm-hmm.
And I see a lot of people that I actually like respect and their server, like Bungle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but my problem is I know for a fact, well, I can't prove it, but the evidence is there to support that they're doing some shady scum shit. And this was another fucking shady scum thing to make more fucking money, guaranteed. Just because they can.
Yeah.
And the fact that like they're getting so many, like fucking they got Cellon in there, they got Bungle in there, they got fucking Chartfu in there. Fucking all kinds of these motherfuckers in there.
And so you think that they are what, like embezzling money?
Yeah, they're washing, dude. They're 100%.
So are you?
There's no fucking project in the entire Solana space that does the kind of fucking volume that they said that they were doing on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing even kind of sort of close. There's not even a fucking user base for Solana in general, especially NFTs, to support the kind of volume they were doing. It's just not possible. Like even when fucking like the TPS was shit, they were still saying they were doing like 5K Solana. 5,000. That's imagine how staggering that number is. 5,000 a day. How much is that in a week? 35 fucking thousand Solana in a week.
Mm-hmm.
Who even has that kind of shit to toss? Because you have to think, yeah, there's people that are winning a little bit, but you always lose.
Sure, the longer you do it, sure.
Yeah, you will always lose. Like you're just gonna fucking happen. For every loss you get, you're gonna lose. Like even if it's clean 50-50, there's gonna be a house edge or something. You're always gonna lose. So there's no fucking way. And then like they would go so long without even like anyone talking about them or anything. They had like no Twitter presence. They had barely any fucking Discord communication because obviously I was in there watching. And it at some point they got their fucking server shut down and they reverted to their backup and immediately had like 20K people. But then after that 20K, nothing. And I mean like same day, like 20,000 people just like almost all at once, just boop into the server.
So you think it's all botted or what?
Fuck yeah, it's botted. I bet if I didn't stay in it because once I fucking quit Only Dice, I just didn't care anymore. But I could fucking guarantee that number probably hasn't changed much. And now that they have this fucking new server and they're making it like if this is the same fucking team, then they have this new server because their old one's fucking dead, and they have this fucking new project to try to fucking like revive it. Probably because they were fucking running out of money to wash. Because you have to think like, yeah, like okay, so here's like the thing, right? It's like yeah, they would have had to pay it out a very small number of people on a daily basis, but they were never paying out anything substantial, and they probably hold most of the coins. So they were able to fake the volume. They were able to fake the payouts. And obviously, when you see something's doing good, right, you want to buy it. So like they were getting huge amounts of money from royalties that they were selling to themselves. I mean, obviously they weren't making money from the royalties for the ones that they were selling to themselves, but they were selling fucking coins to themselves. Because obviously there's no penalty for them for that besides transaction fees, which is nothing. And then there'd be the people that do own them that would buy and sell them, and they would get the royalties off that. And then there'd be times when they'd be like, oh, we got hacked and the fucking wallets got drained. They even had some fucking guy, get this shit, bro. Some guy was he started his own project. I don't remember what the fuck it was called. He somehow gets involved with them because they're like, oh, our wallets got drained or whatever the fuck. And this guy shows up and he's like, oh yeah, I'm helping them figure out where all the fucking money went. And at one point, since deleted tweets, mind you, because I have fucking screenshots of them because I'm not a fucking idiot. I knew they were going to delete them. They tried saying that they knew exactly who it was. They knew where he lived, everything, and that they were going to contact authorities, even though it's an illegal online casino. So I know for a fucking fact you're not contacting authorities. You're a fucking idiot. But
I remember this actually.
Yeah. And afterwards, they fucking deleted the tweets, and me being the fucking petty bitch that I am, pings that guy even like a month plus later that said that he was helping them or whatever. And I said, hey, what happened with that? You deleted your tweets. You went radio silent afterwards. The thing that's the kicker to me is after that situation happens and after he gets a lot of attention because of it, all of a sudden he has Google.
Who does?
The guy that said that he was helping him.
Okay. So you think DC paid him for that?
Fuck yeah, they did. Because
they paid him Google?
I don't know if it was enough to buy a Google, but it might have just been enough to get him there.
Okay.
Because here's the thing, right? There's thousands of Sol in their wallet. Disappears, right? It's the perfect strategy. And their player base or whoever the fuck is left are stupid enough to fucking not figure this out. It's the perfect strategy to say, oh, our wallet was compromised. Because you don't know who the fuck a wallet is attached to. So they say, oh, our wallet was compromised. And they drain their own fucking wallet. And then what they do afterwards is they go to the community and say, hey, for us to continue, we need to stop doing payouts until we get our wallet back up to the amount where it needs to be. So the community fronts the bill and loses their payouts for however long it is that takes to get them back up to where they need to be. And they just pocket it.
So how many times did this happen?
It's happened that I know of at least 2 times. It could have been more. I don't know. I mean, I was watching it for a handful of months. At least 2 times something like that's happened. And that same guy had a validator going through his project. That was like one of his fucking things. And I need to find these tweets. I need to make sure that I'm not talking out of my ass because this is kind of some serious accusations I got going on here. He had a validator that got thousands randomly fucking donated to it. We can talk about something else in the meantime, but I need to make sure that I'm not talking out my ass when I continue. But he had a validator, and all of a sudden it went from like 1,000 to like 18,000, I think, put into it mysteriously. And it's like, of course. It's like the dots are just connecting left and right, and I feel like I'm the only motherfucker that's smart enough to figure it the fuck out, which is wild because I'm like one of the dumbest people out here. That's not even true. There's a lot of dumb people in this space, but it's insane, bro. It blows me the fuck away. But anyways, fuck, I don't even remember what this guy's shit was called. Yeah, dude, that DCF is such a clear fucking. It's such a clear fucking scam, and it just. I mean, I guess people look the other way because it's convenient for them, you know.
Yeah. Like
it doesn't put them in danger, and they still like get money out of it.
Sure.
So like in that aspect, I get it, but it's like if we want the space to get better.
Do you think it's gonna ultimately die off?
Yep, 100%. 100%. You can't stay relevant forever, and especially with the kind of fucking.
So, do you think that this expansion that they're hinting on will be enough, or no?
Wait, like, do I think this will save them?
Yeah,
temporarily.
Or do you think? Yeah, do you think it's just like a quick fix?
I mean, it's just a cash grab, bro. They're trying to milk the space as much as they can before they bounce out. That's all it ever was.
When did DCF mint? Do you know?
Maybe December?
Was that
October?
It?
Yeah, it wasn't because it was around the same time that Only Dice did.
Gotcha.
It wasn't long before.
Interesting. Well, yeah. I mean, so we kind of went off the rails there for a minute, but that's just kind of what I've been doing in the bear market. It's I think I want to buy some of that one-on-one art from that John. I mean, I'm sure you've seen that all over Twitter.
For sure.
And I think that like that's kind of a cool cool way to support, and it's like actually good art, and it's something that I think long term can have like value and historical value in this space. So I think I'm going to be ending up picking up one of those, maybe two. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I bought a couple of these. I got early on those crash faces, luckily. So I bought 8 and I've sold a couple on the ride up. So I'm still not holding them, but they've been daily payouts. So for now, like, why not? I know it's not going to last forever, but so that's why I've been kind of selling out of my position there over time. So
what are they at now?
The crash faces?
Yeah.
I think they're at like 48 or 49.
Oh wait, so you're way in the in the green.
Absolutely. I've done quite well with these crash faces, yeah. So
God damn.
Yeah, so I got lucky there. I mean, I bought, like I said, around 9 to 10 sold, and then I think I sold one at the 30, one at 35, and then I sold 2 at I think I sold one at 50 and one at 48. So
how many you still got?
I think I have 3 or 4.
It's not too shabby. How much are they paying out daily?
So per crash face, the lesser ones that are the 50 floor price, I think that's about 0.2 sold per day per crash face.
0.2 sold per day.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really long fucking ROI, bud.
Yeah, well, I mean, not when I bought at 10.
Right, but I mean, like if you're to weigh it at like, should I sell it here or should I keep it and maintain the passive payout? I mean, you have, what is that, like 130 something soul worth of fucking NFT sitting there that's going to take, you're going to get paid 0.6 a day?
Well, I mean, I was getting 1 soul a day up until today is the day that I've sold a little bit more of them. So I was getting about 1 soul a day there for the past like 4 or 5 days.
Right, what I'm saying is like the value per NFT, right?
Sure.
The floor price is 48 and you get paid out 0.2 per. So it would take you, what is that, fucking 48 times 5? What the fuck gaming is that? Jesus Christ, come on, computer. I can't math in my head. It would take you 240 days to make it worth it for you to not sell it here.
Yeah. And so that, I mean, that's obviously why I've been looking to reduce my position on that a little bit. Especially when it's like a 4 or 5x. Like, I'm pretty happy with that.
Right.
And so I've been selling off some. So I think I'll hold. I think to where I'll be comfortable holding is like where I'll have just 1 or 2 left. I'll collect 0.1 to 0.4, maybe 0.5 if they get a ton of volume. So and kind of write it out. But that way I'm riding in the green already. But no, I get your point. I think that I'll continue to do that. And then I think, and this is just me being a little bit more naive than you, I'm interested to see where DCF kind of takes the cats and if they implement new things to kind of make it a little bit more sustainable.
Make me sad.
I don't think I'm going to be, I mean, when you're doing this full time, you're getting soul for, being a a holder. Got to do what you got to do, right?
No. Have you made profit on them?
On what?
The cats.
I bought some before the first payout, and I did get some soul back. Yeah.
I mean, like, how much did you buy them for, and how much are they worth?
I bought some initially right out the gate. I think they were like 14, and then I bought some as they dipped down to like 11 or 12. I think the most I paid for a cat was 15 soul.
Damn.
But but I think it's more of like in my mind, seeing where they're at and if they can go a little bit long, like more long term. I don't know whether it's new games or new whatever. I mean, they're introducing lore, if you will, like they have the new factions. I don't know a ton about it right now. For me, it was just a way to keep generating Solana.
How much are they paying out?
I think so they do weekly payouts now,
Right.
and it's every Friday, and I think the per cat, I think it's like 0.2 sol or 0.15 sol per cat per week. So not the best ROI. But like I said, I'm not like, this is just something where I can kind of set them in a wallet, let it build up, and then go back to it when I need it. So
I mean, I can't tell you what to do with your shit, bud, but I would sell that shit the second I get the chance.
all of them, the cats or the crash face? What do you mean?
Oh, I don't know anything about the crash faces. I'm talking about the cats, dude. You got the shadiest one of the shadiest teams in Solana.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'll sit with where I mean, and just kind of go from there. I did also buy what's called gold bar games. I forgot about those actually. Just looked at my wallet. Another kind of rev share game, like casino play type thing, if you will. But we've already talked about that. But so right now and I bought those a little while ago, so that wasn't really recent. But one mint actually that I just kind of heard about today that I'm looking forward to. Are you familiar with the secret skellies that are on Near?
I think so.
So back when in the crypto Cubs days, there was a couple of guys. What's that?
Rip.
Right. Chatting with some of those guys. I don't know if you remember, his name's Anon, obviously 666. Anon. Anyways, him and a couple guys went to Near and minted out a collection called Secret Skellies, and I think it did pretty good on Secret Skellies. Excuse me, but I just found out today that they're coming to Solana. They're doing a mint on Solana. So that I'm kind of excited for. I like those guys, so I'll probably mint to support them. But
cool. It's been kind of interesting to see how like the bull market works. Like there's still a few, I keep saying bull, the bear market is working. Because there's like a few people that are still like avid mentors, like in the founders chat. I get like pinged for like whitelist and stuff all the time. And I personally don't touch any of it. There's too much there for me and too little in it for me to care.
As far as grinding whitelists?
Yeah. It's too much effort to keep up with all of it. And like half of them are like degen mints. And it's like, I just like, what do I care if I go from 0.05 or 0.005 or whatever the fuck it is, like a 0.1? Like, yeah, I mean, that's still profit, but it's not enough profit that justifies my time.
Okay.
So I've sat out. I mean, we talked about this already in the past. I've been sitting out for a long time, but there's still like a smaller group of people that are still like really grinding it out. Like they keep
whitelists.
Yeah, they keep like alpha hunters and shit like that. Keep like finding like new projects and like getting whitelists and stuff. I just think it's really interesting. I've been pretty content sitting out. I mean, it's kind of sad because I'm like not really doing anything, I guess. Like I'm kind of just like floating, waiting for like hopefully something big would be nice. I just don't think it's likely to happen soon. But it sucks in the sense of like I would like to have my money working for me right now. But also I'm pretty comfortable where I'm at. Like my biggest investment is my monkey, obviously. So I'm pretty confident that that'll be worth something. I mean, obviously it's worth something now, but like I'm confident that it'll be worth a lot more once everything picks up. And I don't think it's a good idea right now to try flipping it and like risking it. So yeah, I mean, I got most of it wrapped up in that. And then I've really what I've been doing, and I've kind of done a decent job of this, is buying and selling like just SOL, like just like exchanging it for
You do the whole longing and shorting game?
No, I'm not doing options. I'm doing a pretty good job of telling when the price is going to go up and down. So like what I'll do is I'll just like have like, okay, I'll have this much SOL, and as the price goes up, then I'll sell some, and then when it goes down, I'll buy some. And I've made a decent amount of SOL doing that. But with the price that SOL's at, it's not really worth much right now. I'm just hoping that once everything picks back up, it'll be a good thing that I did it.
Yeah. I just day trading SOL is rough for me. I'm not the best day trader, and I'll probably never try to be honest. So what are your exit and entry like price points?
I just wing it. I just go like wherever I can, where I feel comfortable at. Like, let's see where it's at right now.
So is that how you make it through the bear market? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, that's just what I'm doing. It's just like something I do passively. Like I don't like daily do it. Like, let's see how we're doing right here. So like on the day, right? Like we started off today at like 39, and we're at like 43 right now. So I'll probably sell a little bit here because I don't expect it to hold over 40 for very long, because it's just like pumping, because ETH is pumping. And like we've not really held this level for too long. But
what exchange do you use?
I just swap in Phantom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You don't use like Jupiter?
Why would I?
Save fees.
What fees?
Phantom has like, I saw a tweet on this, so I guess I can't confirm. But if you ever compare, which I have, there's a little bit of money to be saved on Jupiter.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I would honestly, and before I say that, like absolutely, I would check it out when you go to make a trade. Check it out on Jupiter and see if the Phantom, like, because I did an exchange today, and I think it saved me probably like $15. So,
out of how much total?
How big was the exchange?
Yeah, like it took $15 of what? Like what percent of what?
It was like 1%. I exchanged a large amount of sold to USDC today, but so
I mean, hey man, 1% adds up. You make a bunch of trades and stuff.
Yeah, especially that's what I was wondering. Like if you're doing not necessarily day trading, but swap, just like buying high.
That's pretty much all I'm doing.
Be worth checking out. So I'm not sure if everybody's familiar with Jupiter, but should definitely check it out if you're looking to do any swaps. Holy cow! Sorry.
Yeah, since really nothing's been like going on, like the big draw to crypto for me was NFTs.
Mm-hmm.
So since there's like not a lot of action going on, I'm starting to look at like other opportunities to make money.
Yeah.
So like you mentioned options, that is something that I'm starting to look at. I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that with crypto though, or like using like leverage on crypto. And that's mainly because it's so volatile.
Mm-hmm.
And like there's not like if you buy like options in a company, right, you can really better gauge what's going on, like, or what's going to happen based off like what that company's got going on. So like if you know like a new iPhone's coming out and you know that it's like completely changing the game for Apple, then you can comfortably buy some Apple stock, right?
Yeah.
But with like crypto, like what like obviously there's like very like rare things like ETH like changing the way it does its shit, or like Bitcoin having the halvening or whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
But I mean those are like I said, those are rare events, but also in general it's just so much more unpredictable. So I'm starting to look into stock options and stuff.
That's cool.
But I mean, I literally just started looking.
Sure.
Like, yeah, last night.
I think it's smart to be dabbled in both, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
And even real estate, I guess, if you can. I've dabbled a little in real estate. Crypto's probably, or excuse me, stocks are probably like my least. As far as okay, stocks are probably what I mess with the least.
You're fucking quiet, bud.
Is this better?
Yeah, you should put it in your mouth.
Stocks are probably the thing that I mess with the least. I invest in a little bit, but do you have have you ever put money in like a 401k or anything like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I've dabbled in ETFs a little bit, but I've kind of just put money in there and I'm letting it ride. For the most part, I don't pay attention to stocks all that much. Like, do you know what an ETF is?
It's like a bunch of different stocks put together, right?
Yeah. So it tracks like the top 500 companies is the way it works. Like
the S&P 500.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very easy way to passively invest without having to like actively watch what stocks are doing what, right? And the dividend they pay you once a quarter. It's not, great, but it's a lot better than like mutual funds, or I don't know. Anyways, we're going way off a tangent here, but I think for me during the bear market, we actually just purchased a home. And I don't know if you're familiar with owner financing at all.
Nope.
So it's like a rent to own. I don't know if you've heard that term.
Yeah.
So we were looking for that and we found an opportunity to do that. And what's unique about this is that we can live there as long as we want, but we can also flip it into a rental immediately if we wanted. We're not going to, but we could. So I have one rental. This will be my second one long term. And my goal is to continue to try to add on to that, to my real estate bag slowly. Obviously, that's not one that's like an overnight thing. But when things get slow, like, with NFTs and crypto specifically, I kind of have been looking for deals like that. So
it's smart. But real estate's always a good option. People are always going to need a place to live.
Exactly. So that's what I've been doing. But as far as NFTs related, yeah, like it's been, I think I'll do Duppies, obviously, after talking with Frank. That one I will be doing. And then that Secret Skellies, I don't even know when they mint. I'll have to ask them when they're minting. But and then there is a project coming up. I've tweeted a little bit about it. I don't know if you've seen it. It's called Beneath. It's a utility play. It's a little different than Blocksmith, but if you haven't heard of Beneath, that's one project I would look at checking out.
What are they doing exactly?
So they are, let me pull it up. They're kind of tackling every aspect of NFTs, if you will. They're going, they have like lore, the art's pretty good. So they're doing like a PFP utility play, because like that's a lot of the things. Some of these utility plays don't have a ton of the PFP appeal. So, and sometimes that's all people want. But what it is it creates this dashboard, and I wonder if I can share this with you so you can see what I'm looking at. Has a dashboard where it you can cater it to what you like, right? So let's say there's projects so it has like an upcoming project section where you can see their Twitter, their Discord, how many followers they have, how active they are, the engagement that they're receiving on their tweets. So if it's botted, whatever, you can kind of see that. It also has a thing where it tracks live mints. So if there's mints going on, you can kind of see how they're moving, how they're progressing, if they're selling out, if they're moving slow. And you can have like a curated feed. So it matches exactly what you're interested in. You can do kind of like a wallet management where it lists all your wallets in one spot and you can see what's in them. It's a really cool utility play. It's basically a way of taking all the information that you're trying to follow or you're trying to keep track of, and it puts it all in one place based on kind of what you want and what you input. It's pretty cool. So the art, I can't speak to the art, whether you'll like the art or not, but they have they're going the lore, the art route to try to appeal to a broad audience, right? So, if you don't like the utility, but you might like the art, or vice versa, right? So I sent that over to you. I don't know if you saw it, but
yeah, I'm checking it out right now.
And the UI is super clean. I like the way it looks. It's nice. They haven't minted yet. I think they're minting like the first week of August, I believe.
For how much?
And I think it's 1.5 SOL.
Do you have to have one of these to?
So they're going to open up the beta to everybody before it's released, I believe. And then once the mint is done, you will need a NFT to use it. Yes. So it's pretty cool. It's like a organization tool, I guess, if you will, but you can also do a lot more with it. Just track things, track all your wallets, track, what your like projects you're watching, stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's a cool play. I mean, and from what
I'll
I
definitely
understand,
check it out. I mean, like I said, I'm always looking for like that next big one. And I mean, if it's bringing as much utility as it sounds like it is, then I see that being a pretty easy slam dunk.
yeah, and I mean, they're new. They have the beta that they're working on getting released, and they have a list of things that they're looking to add. But anyways, so that's one besides Duppies, I think, that I'm looking forward to here in the next little bit.
Cool.
So as far as minting, I have not minted. I can't even remember the last mint that I've participated in, to be honest.
Me either, buddy. Speaking of mints that we did not participate in, see what happened with the Degen sweepers?
I saw that they didn't even come close to minting out.
Not even fucking close.
It's like 1,800 or something.
Yeah, it was something like that. But yeah, I mean, it shit the bed hard. But I mean, he was charging 5.1 Sol for these stupid pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, the dude still made away like a fucking bandit.
Absolutely.
I mean, fucking, what is that, like 6-7K Sol? Like, I mean, that's not anything to scoff at. But he wasn't the overnight millionaire that he wanted to be.
And honestly, I wonder how much of that was like team mints.
Was what?
If he minted any of there was team allocations to try.
Oh, right, for sure.
So subtract that, and then the floor just fucking taken off to 10 Sol. Nobody's buying that shit, man. We know it's some back end bullshit. Nobody.
Yeah, it's just wash trading.
It's so bad, man. I feel bad for people that I don't know. I didn't mint it. Sure shit, not gonna buy it onto secondary, but I'm glad to see that maybe the Solana ecosystem is getting more mature on that front, that we can recognize bullshit to a degree, right? When it's not just a straight up degen play, it's just a shitty play, just a cash grab. So that gives me hope, I guess, that we're learning.
Oh boy.
What's up?
So I did the math on, because it was a 10K collection, right? I did the math on what he was trying to make out of it. And because they had said that they were going to lock it at $200. So whatever the Sol equivalent was at $200 is what they're going to sell for. Hence why it was 5.1.
Mm-hmm.
And he was shooting for $2 million. The man wanted to make $2 million. And for what? I mean, who the fuck knows, dude? It's such a shit project to begin with. But it looks like on Magic Eden, at least. So it says in the description of it, it says it's a 10,000 NFT collection, but it says total supply is 1.9. So I'm hoping that that means that's all that were minted.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, dude, the ego on this motherfucker. Some of these have shirts that say "I love Urkon."
Dude, it's so fucking bad.
The ego on this dude is fucking retarded. And then I had fucking. Are you familiar with Soul Princess?
You
know who Soul Princess is?
Mm-mm. Well, I mean, I've seen the Twitter handle, but I don't think
it's another fucking shitfluencer, dude. It's someone that's got followers strictly because she's a fucking girl.
Okay.
And
she shills pump and dumps, is that what you're saying?
Well, so she said something, she tweeted something about the project.
Mm-hmm.
And someone fucking pulled up a tweet. Again, you know what? Give me a fucking second. I'm gonna find the exact shit.
Okay.
I don't want to fucking get caught with my pants down and get fucking exposed or something.
That's a good call.
All right, let's check it out. So, the Alexander 42 dude, he's been taken off recently. Congrats on that guy. But he made a tweet. He said, "What should they do? Lower mint, cut supply, or wait?" Referencing the failment of the DJ Sweepers. And then she comments, if it was me, I would have started at 2 Soul Max in these market conditions to begin with.
This is what the princess said?
Yeah. Okay. And then some guy commented on it and screenshotted a tweet of hers that said, I will be minting DJ Sweepers. All the FUD on Urcon is making me bullish again. The art alone is worth it. Ever since Magic Eden added that sweeping feature, I've been on a fucking tear, sweeping lots of DJ project. I'm a DJ at heart, and this is what us DJs do. Okay. So openly fucking supporting something that she even confirmed to be a cash grab. Because that guy, she said that, and then she got absolutely fucking ratioed.
Did she?
Huh?
I love that.
Yeah. So her tweet got 46 likes. The guy's response got 107.
Jeez. All right, let's go.
Yeah. So I said, holy fuck, the ratio.
Oh, did you comment on it?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, we got into like a back and forth over it.
Oh, she responded to you?
Yeah. And I said, holy fuck, the ratio. And then she said, go read my responses. And her response was basically, I'm buying it for the art because I like the artist.
Okay.
Which is weak. She's trying to make money. Like, I'm okay. We're about to go on a tangent. Ignoring this specific situation, the cringiest fucking thing to me is people that are in this space, like doing shit, saying that, oh, we're in it for the art. Or they're like, oh, art makes me feel this and blah, blah. No, if the fuck it doesn't, dude. You're looking at a picture, bro.
Yeah.
Like these motherfuckers are acting like there's like some profound feeling that they get from looking at a fucking picture. You're full of shit. You're here for the same reason that everyone else is, and it's to fucking make money. So on this, she tries saying that she bought it because it's for the art. She wants to support the artist, right?
Yep.
And I say, well, it's kind of a bad look to be so defensive of a cash grab. And then she just told me to read better. And then I said, you minted a cash grab knowing that it's a cash grab. But she was being super condescending, which pissed me off. But I don't know, dude. I just hate the fucking people being so disingenuous. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, I had people reach now to me, and I think we talked about this before about primates. And I was pretty active about primates there for a while on Twitter, and I still like primates. But like the only reason I bought primates was because I liked the art, and that's a legitimate response. Like, but like I wasn't endorsed by the team. I didn't like have any involvement. It was I literally thought the art was cool. The floor dipped like way under mint, and I scooped some up because I liked it. Right?
Sure.
I think that's a little different. And I mean, my following is not anywhere near where I believe these people's are, but I just like the art. Primates is cool. And so, but and that's what sucks for some of these people that get caught in these situations is that it's not taken as like, you know, a genuine comment. It's pretty blatantly obvious it's a pump and dump, right?
Right.
And so
like the primates thing makes sense because the primates does have cool art. But if you knew prior to that it was being widely considered by the masses a pump and dump and a cash grab, would you have minted it?
No.
Exactly. No one would. No one would unless they thought that it was going to make them money. And like, I mean, for me personally, if it was going to do like DCF, like if DCF went to like nothing and I could afford one, I would not, because I don't want anything to do with their project. I don't believe in them. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
And it's the same with like cash grabs and shit. Like I'm not going to fucking spend my money, even if I make a little bit out of it, on a thing that will fuck other people. Like I don't want to support those teams. I don't want to support those projects. Gotcha. So this chick's got 53,000 followers.
God damn.
Yeah. So it's like you're gonna fucking like if you're gonna shill a project, knowing that it's like she literally said that the hate that he was getting was making her more bullish. How fucking actually brain dead do you have to be to see someone getting dunked on by almost unanimously everyone? and to say that makes you bullish.
I do feel like that a majority of Twitter was against this play, which made me happy. I was like, this just makes no sense. Everybody hates it. Like, nobody's gonna mint this. Like, you saw some people like, oh, commenting on it about like, oh, the FUD is fuel, blah blah blah. But like, no, then that's what I mentioned earlier. I think it's nice to see that the Solana community might finally have matured a little bit to realize, okay, we're not going to continue to do this. We're literally fucking killing our own ecosystem by doing this. And I hope it clicked, and I hope now that we can kind of have smarter investing. And you're still gonna have your degen shit, like that's inevitable, but like the giant ass cash grabs like that Just Ape, like, no offense to the Just Ape project, still not a fan of it, but Just Ape, there was just so many right in a row. That Just Ape, the fucking not calling Bubble Goose also that, but like Bubble Goose, they had like what was there, like a 6 soul mint or some shit?
I know Bubble Goose was at 7.
And then like I think Just Ape was like a
5
thing, like 5 or 6 soul mint. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, just these projects that have, and I get the idea of like, well, the USD value isn't the same, but like when you guys just take that soul and bounce out of like the ecosystem, like it's not a good thing. And
well, even then, it's like I also like, I can empathize with the whole like soul is not what it used to be thing, but like we were already giving projects way more money than they needed.
True.
Like, how many projects have taken literally millions and done dick with it?
Yeah.
Like, there's been a very small handful that have actually like continued to do shit. Like all these fucking, like, how many projects at the peak, at when Solana was 250, when NFTs were ripping, right? Like, yeah, they might have been great for flipping, but the artists, the fucking creators would make like a 10K project at like 2 soul. That's 20,000 soul at $250. Do the fucking math. That's insane. And where'd it go? What'd they do? How many of those projects are still around today?
Yeah.
So it's like, how much money do you need to run an operation is a better question, right? Because like, what did Urcon need $2 million for? What does anyone need $2 million for? Because do the math with me here. Let's say your project makes $1 million off mint, right? Just USDC value, $1 million. Who's on your team? What are you doing, right? The average team size is like 3 to 5, right? Let's say that. Let's say you got 3 motherfuckers on your team. How much do you need to pay them? And how many years will you be able to live off of $1 million? If you have an on-staff dev, you don't need to do contract work. If you have an on-staff community manager, if you have an on-staff fucking like mods, whatever, right? Founder, whatever. None of those people need to make more than $100,000 a year.
Yeah.
Besides maybe the dev. The other ones don't even need to make that much. So you're looking at maximum 300,000 to 500,000 a year. That's 2 whole fucking years where you can just live and do nothing. And that's if you don't make wise choices with it. That's if you just leave it there to rot. That's 2 years. And these motherfuckers are acting like they need that shit yesterday.
Well, that's why I think for me personally, it's been like I'm buying mostly like Monkeys is probably one of my most comfortable holds, that and DGods, right?
For sure.
So I'm just not going to be buying anything else really. Like, I like the Degen Ape universe. I think that's another one that I would feel good holding about the next little while. But even Tayo, whatever. Like, aside from those, like there's not anything I'm putting my money really into. The Degen Fat Cats, like I said, I kind of explained my reasoning for that one right now. But other than that, no, I'm just kind of sitting, working on accumulating soul and sitting on soul. Even staking some with a validator, like. It's now turned into a long-term play for these things for me. I'm trying to think like a bigger picture here. And I've done a much better job with my soul doing so. So
I feel like I've noticed that Monkeys, and I don't keep a very close eye on like DGods, but I know like Monkeys, for example, their floor price has been pretty consistently 195.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, there's my old monkey. pretty consistently in the 190s, right? I mean, you get to the second row and you're at 200. And I think that has a lot to do with people are starting to realize that there's not a lot going on, and it's going to start to accumulate at the top. I think people are going to start moving into monkeys, Tyos, D-Gods, because people aren't really comfortable putting their investments anywhere else. Like there's nothing like really tried and true left anymore. So I think monkeys, like you said, are a safe investment.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
monkeys, D-Gods, Tyos, stuff like that.
I just think monkeys are one of the more mature, well-developed, like just organized.
Absolutely.
Like DAOs, whatever. I just think that that's one that I feel comfortable holding long term. Like, and I think that there's a lot of real life value that you can get from it. Like some of the meetups and just what they're trying to do. Like, I think, I don't know. I'm obviously bullish on the Monkey DAO and just looking forward to the buyout becoming official, because then I'm excited to see where it goes. I think that's one project I definitely would like to be involved more with. I think that's one that's like, I don't know. I just think that the future and long-term potential in this ecosystem, monkeys are going to be here as long as Solana's here.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, it's one of the only DAOs really that like gives you more than just like whitelist and like alpha.
Absolutely. And I think the SMBs have had their rocky up and down history, but well, I mean, once this buyout happens, man, I'll tell you what, I'm bullish as hell on monkeys.
Yeah. So. It kind of feels bad because I feel like we're like slogging, just trying to get there. But I feel like I'm telling you, once it happens, if it happens, which cross my fingers, right? It's gonna be like fucking euphoria. It's gonna be so great, and the monkeys are gonna rip, and I'm so excited. I need to get my old monkey back, bro. I'm so sad that I don't got that guy no more.
Same. I am gonna get some new merch with the monkey I have now, dude. I love my new monkey. I think my new monkey's badass.
Yeah. There's one that I really like that's on the SMB marketplace that this guy's got listed, but I went to go try to figure out if I could hit him up with like the note thing that you can put into people's wallets
or whatever.
Yeah. And he's already got a ding
about it.
Yeah, someone's already in there hitting him up about it.
Which monkey is it?
2673. It's got a suit on.
Okay.
And then it's got a fedora on. But it's like the black suit, right? And then it's got like a white fedora, and then it's got a vape. So it looks really fucking nice. It's like super like it aesthetically fits. Maybe not necessarily the vape as much, but I just, for whatever reason, I just like the vape attribute. So it's like the aesthetic that I like mixed with one of the traits that I like, and there's like no down to it for me. But yeah, I don't know. Like even monkeys that are listed much higher are not even nearly as interesting to me. If I could get that one, that would probably be my forever monkey.
Yeah,
like that'd probably be one that I would put in my ledger and just like put it in a safe and just not touch it.
I feel you. I mean, that's where I'm at with the monkey I have now. That thing ain't going nowhere. So
maybe one day. I'd really like to get that one I had. That blue on blue that I had.
Yeah, that was a sweet monkey.
The guy just disappeared, bro. It's so weird.
Yeah.
He just bought it from me. He posted in the DAO one time. I'll even double check, make sure he's not been active since.
Yeah.
But let's see if he said anything. Nope. Literally on what is that? April 30th, I think. Yeah, April 30th was the last time that he sent anything. So he got it on the 30th. Yeah, he sent 1, 2, 3, 4 messages in the actual DAO itself. I mean, he was in the public chat trying to see if anyone was interested in selling. On the 29th, he sent 2 messages, and then he sent 4 messages in the general, like in the regular chat, and that was it. Into the nether he went. I DM'd him a couple times, and like a month later, or like 2 weeks or something like that later, he responded to me. And he's like, "Oh, so you're interested in getting your monkey back?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude. Like, I'll trade, and then like throw some soul your way. Like, let's figure something out here." And then silence again. I've not heard from him since. I've messaged him probably 3 or 4 times since then, just to ping and see if he's around or not. And he's just gone.
Ouch.
It's wild, dude. Like, who the fuck spends that kind of money? Because at the time, that was like what, like 15 grand, 16 grand. That dude just chucked at that fucking monkey and then just gone forever.
It could be just like somebody that has been in this is I don't know, like just a long term hold. Be like, hey, I'll check on this later. Like it's literally nothing more than a long term play for him. I don't know.
Maybe. It just seems like a lot of work. Like, I mean, I feel like I don't say there's better investments, because obviously this is a solid investment, but like, you already go through the extent of deciding that you want a monkey, and then getting into the DAO itself, and then like participating in it, even if it's just a couple messages, right? Like, you still like get into it, and then just radio silence. It's just strange to me. Like, comparatively, I joined in February, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy had sent 4 messages. I have sent 1,300.
Damn.
1,339. So like, I've been pretty active. What's about you, weirdo? Let's see what you got going on there. God damn, son. You're at almost 5K.
I'm active.
Dude, who's talking to you?
And I'm the OTC channel, bro. Always.
Oh, I see you going
looking
here.
for
I see
deals,
you
man.
yesterday talk about trying to trade your fucking crash faces for an SMB. That'd be a dope ass trade. I don't know if anyone would take that, but if they did, fucking
Yeah, I know. Because at the time, crash faces were almost 60 soul. So it was like 3 crash faces, 180 soul. SMB fours, like I would have added like 15 soul to get another monkey. Absolutely.
that would have been a huge win for you.
Absolutely. But any schmooze. All right, man. Well, did you have anything else?
No.
About an hour.
We should probably mention what we got coming up. So we got here in about 2 weeks, I think some dot said.
Yeah, August 11th, I believe.
Yeah, so we're gonna be doing a podcast with Monkey Talks, I believe it's called. Mm-hmm. It's that like official Monkey DAO podcast. So we'll be on that. We'll be talking about our shtick there. And then we have a couple other projects that we're gonna try to get on.
Yes, I have a couple that we're in talks with. One that is a kind of a real estate project. So, it'll be kind of interesting to hear back from them and what they are trying to do. And then another one that's working on like Web3 social media. So 2 very kind of cool, interesting projects, I think, that we get to hear from and kind of what they're bringing to Solana and Web3. So,
yeah. We're also looking at potentially doing some kind of like live show, like doing spaces. I don't know if anyone would be interested in that. If you are, go ahead, hit us up on Twitter, let us know. But I'm gonna try to figure out, or I guess we can jointly try to figure out some kind of fun alternative to like, I feel like we get on here and it gets kind of mopey.
Sure.
Because like, I'm a ranty dude, so like obviously like I rant about like the bad side of stuff a bunch. So I feel like we need to come up with some kind of a fun alternative to just like doom posting about NFTs.
Okay.
But we'll figure that out. We'll let people know if we're gonna do anything cool, fun, or exciting like that prior to it happening.
Sure. Cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's always so exciting to me because I always love doing this. And then like we get like cool stuff coming up, like the Monkey Talks one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like super looking forward to that. It's kind of crazy to think how far we've come. Like,
it's wild.
Like, dude, I started NFTs a year ago, no followers, no idea about anything to do with it, and then here we are a year later. and we got motherfuckers like Frank and Nam on our fucking podcast, and like we did like it didn't take any effort. We didn't have to like hunt them down or like fucking like spam them or anything. We just added them on Twitter one time, like, yo, let's do it. And they're like, yeah, fuck yeah, man. Love it. Like, goddamn. And fucking Kenny on, that was fucking super dope. It's like all these projects that like were so unattainable so long ago,
right?
That we're just like chilling with. It's fucking sick.
It's cool to reflect on that. And I think that's important, to do every once in a while. I think for sure both of us have come a long way in this space in such a short amount of time.
Some point this next year, we're going to do a fucking live show, but live in the sense of you and me sitting down together.
Let's do it. And I think it'd be cool to do like a Q&A type thing too.
Yeah. We need to,
fucking sick.
We need to find a place that's got some nice comfy recliners. We need to fucking grab our mics, sit in front of the fireplace and figure out the fuck we're going to talk about,
Let's do it. Let's get your ass out to Utah.
I don't know if it'd be Utah, buddy. I don't know about that one. Maybe we'll meet in a more exciting mutual location.
Oh, you just called Utah not exciting. What the hell?
Are you telling me it is exciting?
It's got exciting parts to it. Yeah, dude. Utah's a great state, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Utah's
You got the daily entertainment of crackheads fucking each other up in parking lots and stuff, or what?
What? Is that a thing?
Is it not a thing where you are?
I'm talking more of just the state itself, like the
Ain't
nature.
shit going on in Utah.
No, like there's so much to do in Utah. I know we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
We'll find a spot, and then I think that'll be cool. So
yeah, for sure.
All right, brother. Well, until next time.
Or not. I want to talk to you again.
I'm done. I'm deleting my Twitter and my Discord, and I'm saying,
thank God. Honestly, thank God. This couldn't have come at a better time.
Breaking news. Cool.
All right. Until next time. Goodbye.
Later.